Hello first graders. Today we're going to be doing this is a reading video, and we're going to be thinking about what happens during my day at school. Now right now we're in virtual classrooms, but we have been in classrooms before. We will go in classrooms again. So we want to think about some things that we would have to know there. And one of the things is how we follow rules. What are rules? Now, rules are things, they're guidelines. They're guidelines for us that help us to make good decisions. So, we're going to be talking and thinking about rules today as we read. We're going to be doing several things. We're going to listen to a read aloud, and the read aloud is called Work, Play, and Learning Together. So, we're going to be listening to that read aloud, and we're going to be uh, talking about our genre. Now, genre is what a book is about and the type of a book. Now, this type is a nonfiction book. And a nonfiction book talks about real people, real places, real things, and real events. And we use those to present facts. Now, we're going to use the photos and illustration to present the information. We'll talk more about that later when we go into writing. So we're going to be looking for key details during this reading, and we're going to look at the photos to help us figure out words that might be tricky. So let's go ahead and begin. Now, first grade, you can still see me and I'll always be here, but we're going to go into the story and we're going to listen to the video and answer some questions afterwards.
Work, play, and learn together. Hooray! You're in first grade now. You probably have lots of questions about what first grade will be like. Will I get along with others and make friends? What is expected of me? What if I feel scared or I don't know what to do? If you've asked yourself questions like these, don't worry. Over time, you'll learn what you need to know. Meanwhile, here are ideas to help you get started. Whenever you work or play as part of a group, it's important to cooperate. Let's say you're working with a group on a science project or a mural. Each person works on part of the project or paints part of the mural. You share the work, and when you're done, you end up with a terrific project or a big, beautiful painting. Cooperative kids know that by working well together and doing their part, everyone ends up being successful. First graders need to be responsible too. What does that mean? Part of being responsible means you pay attention to your teacher and follow directions. If you're not sure what to do, raise your hand and let your teacher know. Teachers are happy to answer questions and explain things because they want you to understand and learn. Another part of being responsible means following classroom rules. Maybe your class has a list of rules. Keep your space neat and clean, return materials after using them, walk, never run, in the classroom and hallways, raise your hand when you have something to say. Why are rules important? They make your classroom a safe and friendly place to work, play, and learn together. There may be times when you come to school feeling really happy or a little sad. Maybe you made a new friend in your neighborhood or found a toy that you thought was lost forever. So you walk into school feeling great. Maybe your pet is missing, or you had a disagreement with a friend or someone in your family. You might go to school feeling sad. Happy and sad events like these can make your day in school either really good or a little sad. There may also be times when something happens in the classroom that makes you feel sad. When these things happen, the best thing you can do is express your feelings. That means you tell others how you feel. When you hold sad feelings inside, they grow, which doesn't feel good. But when you share them with your teacher or classmates, you let them out, and you feel much better. Even classmates who are good friends can sometimes have problems. Maybe you feel left out of an activity, or someone doesn't want to share a book. When kids aren't getting along, they may lose their temper and yell, or even push each other. But yelling and pushing only hurt your feelings and make the problem worse. So the best thing to do is to sit down and discuss the problems together. Take turns talking and listening carefully to each other. When you're wrong about something, say you're sorry. That helps a lot. If you get stuck and can't solve a problem, ask your teacher to help you figure out what's fair. Now that you've heard about some important ideas about working together and getting along, such as cooperating, being responsible, expressing yourself, and solving problems, you're ready to put them into practice. Keep them in mind as you do activities, and you'll have a great year in first grade.
Now that we've listened to the story, we can talk more about that nonfiction piece. We can go back to the text for evidence. That just tells us we're going back to look for things from the book to make decisions about things. All right, so I'm going to go back. We're going to look at our picture. So let's think about what we see here. Are you thinking? Take a look. So what you might be thinking is, oh, I see a little boy, I see a man, and you're right. You're absolutely right. You see a photo. You see a photo of children, and you see a photo of a teacher. You might even see the tables in the picture. You might see a student that's writing, or students that are listening, and you would be right about all those things. Remember what we said nonfiction was. Nonfiction is real information about people, places, things, or events. And this is a real photo of people and an event. They're talking together. All right, now that we've looked at that, we're going to go and think about what our text was about. We're going to go back to a specific picture. That one right there. All right. We're going to use the photo to think about our next objective, which was we're going to be thinking about words that we don't know and how we can use the picture to help us. So I'm going to go over to my document camera, and we're going to do exactly that. All right, we're still here. And here is my picture. Well, here is my sentence. Now, we're going to take we're going to take a look at this sentence. We're going to read it together. Remember, I want you to read the words that you will know, because we have some sight words in here. And then after we're done reading, we're going to look at some words that we may not be familiar with, and we're going to try and figure out what that word means. All right, here we go. Now this is a sight word, so we're going to read that one together. We. We. We, oh, we have another sight word. Will. We will. Now, when we look at this word, we may be thinking, oh, that's a tough word, that's a tricky word, but I'm going to tell you what that word is. It's paint. We will paint there's another sight word. Oh, and another tricky word. So let me read that for you. We will paint a mural of, another sight word, a rainbow. Let's read it all together now. We will paint a mural of a rainbow. Now, that's a big sentence, but let's talk about what it means. We know what all of these words mean. We will paint a blank of a rainbow. That word mural, that's not a word that we hear all the time. So how do we know what that word means? What is a mural? We can use the text, or the picture to help us decide what that word means. Let's do that now. All right, here's our picture. Now the sentence was, we will paint a mural of a rainbow. What could that be? So I want you to think about it. Give you a couple of seconds. Now, if you're not sure what the word mural means, we're using the photo to help us. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do. So what I see in the picture is I see children using paintbrushes to paint that rainbow. And I see that they're painting it on a fence, it looks like. Yeah, I think that's a fence. So I think that makes me think that the mural must be a painting, a large painting, and that it's on a wall or a large space, because right now it's on a fence. So a mural is a painting of a large painting of something on a wall or a large space. See, we did it. We did it together. I'm proud of us. All right, first grade, we did it. We did our first reading lesson online, and this is a big accomplishment for you and for me. So if you miss our meeting, or if you just want to go back to remind yourself what we talked about today, join our video, click onto our video, and watch it. And have a great day.